Hi guys, so my name is Linna. I am with Voracious Market. Voracious Market is actually based out of here in Seattle, Washington. It's a business that has been operating for the last about 5 years or so. I came into this making Cambodian beef jerky. And so I had that running for about a couple of years. And then after, hosting multiple parties amongst friends and such, people were always asking for my food and for my sauces. And so that's when I decided to venture out into making sauces. And so I have been invited by CCAW to be a part of their virtual street festival. And in that virtual street festival, I'm doing a food tour. So today I will be showing you guys how to make sachakat, which is beef sticks, Cambodian beef sticks. And I'll also show you guys how to make cha kreung chicken wings. And so in both dishes today, we'll be using kreung. And kreung to me is very near and dear to my heart because it's a staple ingredient that we've used in so many Cambodian dishes. And so I will introduce to you some of the things that actually make up what kreung is. And kreung is a lemongrass paste. So kreung can be found in a number of Cambodian dishes. It is a staple ingredient. A few of my favorite dishes include slamachu kreung, cha kreung, prahok ti. All these things I grew up eating. And in my store, I have actually my own version of the kreung, the lemongrass paste, which you can find online. I decided to include this in my store because I felt like not very many people, at least our generation. So in this, the ingredients that make up kreung can be, I would say, a little complex and not very many people may have access to some of these ingredients. So I made it so that it could be easy for them to bring it into their homes and make a dish like prahok ti or slamachu kreung. And one of the primary ingredients is the lemongrass, which is a slakrai. We have our dried chili peppers here, and this actually helps to bring out the color of the paste, right? And then next I use kaffir lime leaves, and this is called slakrot in Khmer. And then this is turmeric. It also brings out the golden color in the lemongrass pastes. And in Cambodian, this is called lamiet. And then next, not very many people add ginger, but I do because I feel like it adds like an extra aroma to it. And this is nhai, onions. Not very many people use onions as well, but I think that it gives it like a little nice zest. We have garlic, and in Cambodian, we call it ktam. So there are a number of ways to actually create the kreung in your home. You could use a food processor. You could use it right here, the traditional way, which is a mortar and pestle. So basically what you want to do is you want to take the slakrai and finely chop it into maybe about a dime size or so of the kreung. And then the dried chili peppers, you want to soak it in warm or hot water for about, I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then the kaffir lime leaf, you'll want to finely chop that as well as the turmeric, ginger, onions, and garlic. So basically you just want to have it diced or so, and then you'll mash it up into the mortar and pestle or just throw it all into a food processor. And then you have your kreung. We are now going to introduce to you guys, I call it the Voracious Market cha kreung chicken wings. Traditionally, this dish, you'll chop up your chicken and stir fry it together with the kreung and other ingredients as well. So here is our naked chicken wings. So basically what we'll do is deep fry this. All right, so we've got fish sauce. So then in this recipe, we'll use about 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. And we've got some palm sugar here. And then I will shave this down into about 1 teaspoon. And we've got 1 tablespoon of chicken powder. And we've also got a tamarind soup base mix. And this is about 1 tablespoon as well. And some MSG to give it some umami. I mean, MSG is optional. I like it because it gives it a little bit more flavor. And for those people who are anti-MSG, just so you guys know, there's MSG in the fish sauce and also in this chicken powder. All right, so let's get to it. So we're gonna shave this down to about maybe a teaspoon and a half. Might be too hot. All right. So one thing to note, that it's important that when you fry chicken, that you don't overcrowd the pan, because what happens is once you drop the, even though your heat is on like a higher temperature, once you drop the meat in, it lowers the temperature because it's kind of on the colder or cooler side, right? And then also overcrowding the pan will make it so your chicken doesn't reach a certain temperature for it to not become crispy. So that's a little trick. So we'll have this frying for about, I want to say 10 to 15 minutes. What we want to do is make sure that it reaches like a golden brown or a golden color. Just gonna remove these from the oil. So what we'll do now is add in our garlic and saute that for a few seconds. We've got our pre-made kreung here, and we'll add about a heaping scoop of kreung. We'll saute that. So we'll fry that for a little bit until it kind of removes the moisture a little bit. Palm sugar. Our chicken powder. Saute that into the kreung. And we'll add our MSG, some fish sauce, toss that all together. Then now we'll add our onions, jalapenos, bell peppers, kaffir lime leaf. The aroma is so beautiful. And it's super colorful too. Okay, so what we'll do now is toss in our fried chicken wings. So then lastly, so I like my cha kreung, I mean, you could totally omit this last step, but I like it a little bit on the chew side. So it's like savory, but a little bit on the tart side. So what I do now is add in the tamarind powder into the mix. Toss that all together, lower the heat. And then here you have it. All done. So we'll plate. So we are gonna plate this, and we're actually gonna have our audience members be our taste testers. Ooh. So they're gonna give this a try. In addition to enjoy cha kreung chicken wings is with bai, of course, which is rice, but also is our Voracious market chili oil. And I'm also gonna have them try this. It's super spicy, but I'm very interested in how they're gonna handle the spice. So we also use habaneros in here, you guys. Yeah, so sometimes I'll toss it into the actual wings, but. All right, so here's our cha kreung chicken.
All right, that looks good.
So I don't know what you guys are, if you guys are more into the flats or the drumstick. I prefer the flats, so I'm gonna give here the flats a try.
Delicious.
It's so good.
That was simple too.
Very easy to follow, right? It's good.
We need a taste tester, man.
Yeah. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. It's super easy to make, and if you don't have access to Kreung or if you don't know how to make it, I'm sure there's several tutorials online on YouTube, or you guys could just head on to our store. We've made it super easy for you guys to make to use Kreung in your kitchen as well, right here in this special all-in-one sauce. So I'm gonna have one more, and I'm gonna have it with the chili oil right here. It's super spicy, so in my chili oil, as I mentioned earlier, I use habaneros. So here it goes.